listening to Full Circle Weekly News. These articles are compiled by Eric the Unready, and I'm your host, Moss Bliss. This is episode 371, covering week 24, June 10th to 16th, 2024. Parrot 6.1 is available based on Debian 12 and including a selection of tools for checking the security of systems, conducting forensic analysis, and reverse engineering. Several ISO images with the Mate environment are offered for download intended for everyday use, security testing, and creating specialized installations such as use in cloud environments or on Raspberry Pi boards. Additionally, ready-to-run images of virtual machines built for AMD 64 and M1 and M2 architectures are supplied. The Parrot distribution is positioned as a portable laboratory environment for security experts and forensic scientists, which focuses on tools for examining cloud systems and Internet of Things devices. The ISO also includes cryptographic tools and programs for providing secure access to the network, including Tor, I2P, AnonSurf, GPG, TCCF, ZuluCrypt, VeraCrypt, TrueCrypt, and LUX. A new stable branch of Perl has been published, 5.40.0. In preparing the new release, about 160,000 lines of code were changed and 75 developers took part in the development. Branch 5.40 was released in accordance with the fixed development schedule, which implies the release of new stable branches once a year and corrective releases every 3 months. Along with the release of Perl 5.40, support for the 5.36 branch was discontinued, with corrective updates only if critical security problems are identified. The Android application Winlator 7.0 has been published, providing a framework over Wine and Box64, Box86 emulators for running Windows applications on the Android platform. Winlator deploys a Linux environment based on Ubuntu with Mesa, DXVK, D8VK, VKD3D, and CNC-DDraw, in which Windows applications compiled for the x86 architecture are executed on ARM devices, with Android using an emulator and Wine. The project code is distributed under the MIT license. WebOS Open Source Edition 2.26 has been introduced, which can be used on various portable devices, boards, and automotive infotainment systems. Raspberry Pi 4 boards are considered as the reference hardware platform. The platform is developed under the Apache 2.0 license, and development is supervised by the community, adhering to a collaborative development management model. System Manager System D256 was presented. Among the key changes, the Run Zero utility to replace sudo, the Import-CTL utility for working with disk images, the possibility of versioned access to resources, the concept of capsules for launching additional service managers, the mode of redirecting Systemd journal-D logs to an arbitrary socket, support for the varlink protocol in Systemd Network-D, Systemd Machine-D, boot control, Systemd creds, and Systemd hostname-D, unit generator, system SSH generator, and utility Systemd SSH proxy. OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 was released. The release is based on the same set of binary packages as SUSE Linux Enterprise 15 SP6, with some user applications from the OpenSUSE Tumbleweed repository. A universal DVD build for x86-64, AArch64, PPC64, LES, 390X, a stripped-down image for installation with downloading images over a network, and live builds with KDE, GNOME, and XFCE are available for download. x86-64 and ARM64 architectures are supported. It is expected that OpenSUSE Leap 15.6 will be the last release in the 15.x series, and OpenSUSE Leap 16 will be released on the ALP platform in 2025. The key difference between ALP is the division of the core distribution into two parts: a stripped-down host OS for running on top of hardware, and a layer for supporting applications aimed at running in containers and virtual machines. Stamus Networks has published SELX 10, designed for deploying network intrusion detection and prevention systems, as well as organizing responses to identified threats and monitoring network security. Users are provided with a complete network security management solution that can be used immediately after downloading. The distribution supports live mode and running in virtualization environments or containers. The project's code is distributed under the GPLv3 license. 2 ISO images were created for downloading, one with the XFCE graphical environment and the other running in console mode. The distribution is built on Debian and uses the OpenSuricata attack detection system. Data coming from various sources is processed using the Logstash platform and stored in Elasticsearch storage. To track the current status and identified incidents, a web interface is proposed, implemented on top of the Kibana interface. To manage rules and visualize the activity associated with them, the Stamus CE web interface is used. It also includes a system for capturing, storing, and indexing network packets called Archime, an interface for evaluating events that have occurred named EveBox and a data analyzer CyberChef. IPFire 2.29 Core 186 has been published. IPFire is distinguished by a simple installation process and configuration through an intuitive web interface replete with visual graphics. The installation ISO image is available for x86-64 and AArch64. The system is modular. In addition to the basic functions of packet filtering and traffic management for IPFire, modules are available that implement a system for preventing attacks based on Suricata, for creating a file server, a mail server, and a print server, a wireless access point, and streaming systems. To install add-ons in IPFire, a special package manager, PackFire, is used. The Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers and the Open Group Consortium have approved POSIX 1003.1-2024 standard aimed at ensuring program portability between Unix-like systems. The standard defines software interfaces between operating systems and application programs and covers a set of library functions, shell capabilities, and utilities. The text of the standard is currently only available in PDF format for paying customers, educational institutions, and users with an account on the IEEE website. The text of the standard will be published publicly on the Open Group website, but for now, only POSIX 1003.1-2017 is publicly available. For information on new features and changes, see the link in the show notes. Nate Graham has published another report on the development of KDE and presented a new edition of the KDE Human Interface Guidelines. The document defines general templates and rules for the design of the interface of KDE applications, allowing developers to unify the appearance of their applications with the general design of the KDE platform and achieve its harmonious combination with other applications. This tutorial reflects the current state of KDE development and focuses on the Kirigami framework based on Qt Quick, which allows you to create universal interfaces suitable for both desktops and mobile devices. It is noted that the old HIG has long since lost its meaning, as it described long outdated design concepts which the project has moved away from. For example, the hamburger menu and flat panels are now actively used and was also confusing and verbose. The new document is free of fluff, has a simple structure, and is aimed at providing concise, practical development recommendations. The document is designed for constant development, addition, and adaptation to changing realities. The guide is in Markdown format and is available for submission of additions and changes. Window Manager IceWM 3.6.0 is available. IceWM provides full control through keyboard shortcuts, the ability to use virtual desktops, the taskbar and application menus, and the use of tabs in group windows. The Window Manager is configured through a fairly simple configuration file. Themes can be used. Combining windows as tabs is supported, and built-in applets are available for monitoring CPU, memory, and traffic. Several third-party GUIs are being developed for customization, desktop implementations, and menu editors. The code is written in C++ and is distributed under the GPL v2 license. You've been listening to Full Circle Weekly News. For more details, see the next issue of the magazine at fullcirclemagazine.org or check the links in the show notes. You can contact me at bardmoss@pm.me. I'll see you next week.